Another day, another round of thunderstorms rolling in. And Josh, we've got our own meteorologist, Josh Ruggert. Josh is on the scene. First of all, let me give you an idea of what he's looking at. This is the storm that we're on, Heil Heating Cooling Mega Doppler. It's got a little bit of tightening rotation with it. You can see Josh Ruggert's location. He's going to have to move here pretty soon. So let's bring him up and we'll take a look at what he is seeing. Josh, give us an update, man, as you're on this storm just to the east of Tahlequah.
Yes, sir. Yeah, you're definitely right about me having to move pretty soon. But my goodness, this storm has tightened up over the last 5 to 10 minutes. Earlier, and I've been tracking the storm for the last couple of hours, Dan, it's been very outflow dominant and hasn't showed really any signs of tightening rotation until just now. It must be interacting with that outflow boundary, but what you're looking at right now is that area of rotation, that area of interest. I know we were talking just a few minutes ago, potentially may have had a brief touchdown. It was very hard to tell from my point of view because there's so many trees in the way. There's also a lot of hills as well. This is pretty challenging terrain, but I'm looking right at the area of interest right now. They're starting to get some rain. It's starting to wrap around it, so it's going to be a little bit more difficult to see. But man, this is a beast mode storm right now. It's at the very least, it's going to produce damaging winds between 60 to 70 miles per hour. There's no doubt about it. It's got that look to it right now, and you can see off the distance some of those rain curtains that are starting to move in. But the area of interest now is moving right over Highway 51, right in front of me right now.
We appreciate the update, Josh. We're going to keep you on here. I want to kind of tell people where this is headed, give it a track as well. And yeah, that's a nasty looking storm. We're going to keep your mic up. There might be a little bit of a delay, but someone's asking where this is at. And obviously we're going to show the radar right now. Josh, you just chime in. If you start seeing something, we'll bring up your feed real soon. There's a look at Brendan Lindsay, one of our storm spotters, and just to the west of this storm. You are out ahead of it. You're obviously going to have to move as this storm is coming in. Now, just to let you know, there's nothing in northwest Arkansas. This storm originally was headed for northwest Arkansas, but now it has since changed its direction, and it's moving more towards the river valley. So, Josh, I can hear you. I'm going to mute you for a second, all right?
Yes, sir. Yeah, I'm moving right now. I'm moving. I got to get out of here.
All right, so Josh is on the move. He's getting out of that way of that storm. We're going to keep him on there, but we're going to take a look back at this. So the reason we popped on, even though this isn't even in our weather coverage area yet, it's about to be, and it's moving southeast, and it's going to be moving into southern Adair County, northern Crawford County, probably going to be impacting parts of Van Buren potentially as that storm is moving east, and it's sped up a little bit, moving at about 25 miles per hour to the southeast. Another thing to note is this is a considerable severe thunderstorm warning, and what we mean by that is has wind speeds up to 70 miles per hour. That's not out of the question. So let's take a look at some of the radar signatures. Let's do a track on this, headed southeast at 25 miles per hour. First of all, we're going to do a wide view to show you what's going on across the region. And just to let you know, we do have multiple storms that are popping up, obviously, across the area. However, there's a look at the storm activity that's popped up over eastern sections of our weather coverage area. That includes Harrison. And Leslie and I have been watching this. Leslie, it just continues to rain over that area. And it just is not stopping. Correct. It's continuing to train, too. And very interesting to show you how subtle all this energy is. You got storm motions that are moving southwest to northeast. You got other storm motions that are moving northwest to southeast. It's like, make up your mind here. Yeah, Leslie is moving some cameras around. Obviously, we're going to be looking into the pole to get a look at this storm from our Kisser FM WeatherBug Network camera. All right, here's the very latest on this storm. Tornado possible with the tag. And it looks like that circulation really ramping up. Josh, are you still there? You're still there, obviously. We don't see any view because I've put the phone down. But you get to a safe place and you let us know, okay? Give us a thumbs up on your screen.
Yes, sir.
Yep,
I'm just having to reposition right now. I'm going to try to get a little bit farther to the south and east since my view is obstructed by that rain at this point. I'm now a little too far north in order to see the area of rotation, so I got to get a little bit farther south and east. So I'll let you know when I get to a good spot for another view.
Yeah, it's going to be tough to get to a good spot, but let's go ahead and we'll do a storm track on this. especially with as fast as the storm's moving southeast, and then the road network kind of drops off. But let's do a track going 25 miles per hour to the southeast to let people know where this is going to be headed. And it might speed up a little bit, honestly. Over the next couple of hours, this is who can expect this part of the storm. So you've got Stony Point, 656, Stillwell, 643, Bellefonte at 713. I'm reading off some of these towns. Uniontown, 721, Cedarville at 732, and Rena Elementary School at 740. And so it begins is right, Davion. And it's going to be one storm that's causing problems, and then everything kind of moves out, and then we might get additional storm activity. But this is obviously focused in the River Valley. This is the area that we're watching. If you are in the path of this storm and you start to see some circulations, or you see a wall cloud developing, let us know about it. You go ahead and pass along information. You can see on the right-hand side of your tablet or of your device, it says join the conversation, 479WX. In fact, Josh Rugger just posted on 479WX. We're going to go over here to Mega Doppler. I'm going to bring this up, and I'm going to show you what it looks like. So this is a view from Cherokee County. Look at the amazing structure that Josh has. This is the beauty of 479WX, that we can bring up these reports in real time. Looks too small, right? Why don't we make it a little bit larger so you can see a lot larger? There's the storm motion. You can see also the inflow tails, the outflow, the greenish bluish hue to the thunderstorm, which is why it is so intense. And then of course that just loops. So absolutely love that. That was at 5:15 a little bit earlier. So easy to post. Join the conversation, 479WX. Now we've got a split screen on there, reflectivity on the left, velocity on the right. And so I know there are questions about additional storms popping up tonight. And honestly, that question remains up in the air, doesn't it, Aleshley? Yes. I mean, there's just, the models are terrible at trying to predict storm locations and timing.
They issued a tornado warning for that storm, by the way.
Does it include Adair? It does not.
It does not include Adair. Right now, it's only for Cherokee, Oklahoma, just to let people know.
So heads up, we just got the report and just seeing it in here. This storm has gone tornado warned. So tornado warning, as we were expecting, with the intensity of the storm and the way it looked. And there's a small, short fuse tornado warning. Now, this tornado warning is going until 6:15.
Moving at 20.
As Aleshley just mentioned, I'll take the camera off the screen. We'll take a look at that storm. I want to look at a different radar. So we've got the INX sweep. So you got a little bit of a better view because it's closer to that radar, even though it's getting attenuated a little bit. Josh, all right, tornado warning. Are you still available to speak?
Yes, sir. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you.
Yep. So I'm about to turn south here onto Highway 51 east. I'm heading towards Keys, Oklahoma. So I think I'll be able to get into position. I'm about 15 minutes out from Keys, Oklahoma. I think that's in the path of the tornado warning. So I'm going to be heading south here, and I should get a view of this within the next 15 minutes or so. But right now, I'm still a little bit too far north in order to give you a general idea of what's going on with that area of rotation. But I did hear that tornado warning. I just got the alert on my phone right now. I can see it a little bit to my south, but there's a lot of trees, obviously. As you mentioned earlier, the road network's pretty bad. But I'm going to try to get a view of the storm. I think I'll be able to get into position within the next 10 to 15 minutes. So I'll keep you posted on that front.
Stream up. Thank you so much. Again, that's meteorologist Josh Rugger that is out and spectating and looking at these storms and giving us live information. So we appreciate that. We'll go ahead and we'll put his name on there so you can see that meteorologist Josh Rugger live reports coming in from Josh, who is located in Cherokee County, which is just a little west of Adair County. Adair County in our weather coverage area. This is why we're not doing weather coverage on television. This storm is a little west of our coverage area. We'll bring this back up full so you can see. And then let's do a storm track to let people know where this is headed. So going back to the INX sweep, and we're going to take this and let's take a look at the motion of the tornado warning. And that's moving southeast at 20 miles per hour. So it continues to slow down, Aleshley, which is good news and bad news. Good news is that you have longer time to prepare. Bad news is we have a longer time to cover it over a small area, which also means flooding potential. So over the next hour, these are the areas that are going to be impacted by this storm. Keys, Josh Rugger, you can hear that at 6:06. So you have a little bit of time before that storm moves into the Keys area. Aleshli is also drawing hyper local for roads. Let's go ahead and we'll go to Mega Doppler. Aleshli, I got this up. Do you have a microphone on, by the way?
Yes, I do, actually.
All
so
right.
Let me go ahead, clear this out, just replot some of the roads since we just got the latest velocity scan in. But first and foremost, US Highway 62, for those along this region, you definitely want to be in your safe place, actually, for those just outside of the viewing region. And also the 1800 block of West 810 Road, have that plotted there, just right under the polygon. As you can see, there's definitely something to take into consideration here. This is southwest of Tahlequah right now, going a little bit just north of Metairie, I would assume you would say it, and also Zeb and Keys, like you mentioned, as well as the timing of this slowing down. But like you mentioned, flash flood potential, and we have been seeing a lot of these storms over the last few days causing that kind of concern. So definitely something we definitely want to keep in mind over the next few hours, especially as the storm makes its way in, because it's a lot of rain associated with the storm, to say the least. Dan,
looks like it might be cycling, to be honest with you. Go back a few frames.
Yep, I got
and
you.
We can look at that. And if you use the arrow keys, there's where the circulation was a little bit tighter. And then you can see that outflow, that red shaded area. That's obviously outbound velocity. Someone was saying too, oh, Josh, wasn't that at the parade, the Springdale Rodeo of the Ozarks parade? Someone loved us saying inbound and outbound velocities on the live stream. I do believe
that is absolutely correct. Yes,
I do believe that. I was like, I love it when you say outbound velocity. So anyways, that's what that is. That's outbound velocity with that cell. Also, too,
I've got some outbound traffic that's really going to slow me down. Oh, man.
Yeah, I believe it.
Backed up. Yeah.
Can you see the cell to your northwest?
It's extremely hard. It is shrouded in rain right now.
Yeah.
I mean, I can see the leading edge. Over there, but the area of interest where you're going to see that rotation is completely shrouded in rain. And look at this situation I got in front of me here. Just traffic backed up big time.
Golly.
Every storm chaser's worst nightmare right here.
Tahlequah.
Yep.
Tahlequah. Yep. If you're wondering where Josh is, and I know we're getting comments about that, I could bring this up here. Josh Rugger is located right there at the southern tip. It is shrouded in rain. All right, Josh, you're going to mute your mic here for a sec. So there's a look at the storm. We got the storm cell track on it. I'm going to zoom out just a little bit so you can get a better view. Now, what's happening elsewhere? We're not having a whole lot of comments elsewhere because there's really not a whole lot elsewhere happening. I'll take the storm spotters off of there. We'll put this into motion. Yes, some light rain for the rodeo, the Ozarks and Springdale, but I actually mentioned to our general manager, I think anybody going to the rodeo should be fine because, yes, it's this storm system. There might be additional storms popping up, but they're going to take their sweet time to get here. The upper level support is not as strong for us. Now that looks like, look at what's happening here, Aleshli, kind of what's happening out west. Additional storms firing up out ahead of this supercell, and those are moving from southwest to northeast.
Along this boundary that we've been keeping an eye on over the last few hours. I do want to keep in mind that they did issue an extension of severe thunderstorm watches out into Crawford, Arkansas, Franklin County, LaFleur, Sebastian, Sequoia. Also have Scott and Logan under that as well, and Johnson.
So good old Northwest Arkansas doesn't have anything.
Nope.
We're removed from that.
Which is actually kind of funny because we've been keeping an eye on the models, and the models were showing these storms coming straight into Northwest Arkansas.
Yeah.
And now it's a flip-flop situation where instead of Northwest Arkansas being the bullseye, it's the River Valley.
Now they changed all around. Well, that's why weather can change so much. So that's what can happen. Josh is still getting in. Pea Ridge Fair tonight. Yay. I think Pea Ridge will be fine too. Maybe that's why everything's turning. A lot of people praying the storms move out, and the next thing you know, they die out. So
see the outflow as well.
Yeah.
Sounds
Okay.
good.
So Leslie's pointing out something really cool: the outflow from these storms.
Yeah.
There you
But
can
if
see
I-
that green line,
I
and initially when that
wait.
outflow was more favorable, so now it looks like it's becoming outflow dominant.
Actually really nice.
There it is right there. So, gosh, I'm trying to click on this. David is the man right there. He said inflow or outflow. Dan, I'm the guy from the parade staging area yesterday. So
There
here's
you
the
go.
one that was talking about it. Well, cool. David, I appreciate you and thanks for the hospitality at the parade. That
Yeah,
was
look
fun.
at
I
that.
told you we wouldn't stop the live streams. We're not going to let anything, basically stop us from doing these live reports. So here's a look at the severe thunderstorm watch that is in effect. This goes until midnight for the River Valley, which is interesting because this storm system will be out of here before midnight, but there must be additional development. And I would love to show you what's expected with the computer models, but I'm just not buying it. That's why I'm wearing the tornado tie too, is because of this one cell. If this other cell didn't happen, then okay, Josh is back on. I see you.
Got the horizontal rain curtains right in front of me. Oh,
Josh,
it's
you're
moving
in.
right on top of us.
Is it really?
Woo!
Be careful.
Yeah, it's right on top of me. Holy
Yep.
cow. Really strong winds. 60 plus miles per hour winds right now. Oh, here comes the wind. All right, my car's shaking. I'm going to have to
Be
pull over. We're
careful.
going to have to stop here.
Be careful.
Yep. But we're getting hit right now. We're going to pull over so you guys can see what's going on here. But these are the
you're definitely
horizontal
in
rain
it now.
curtains moving right on top of me.
I can tell you, Josh, this is all outflow dominant. It's all outflow dominant.
Absolutely is. But look
Yep.
at that. That's a crazy view right there. Look at that tree. It is shaking.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, these are damaging winds right now, though, Dan. This is 60 plus miles per hour for sure.
Okay.
All right, car's shaking pretty good, too.
That's a pretty
I got a low
intense
profile
storm.
vehicle, so yeah, this is very intense. This is definitely going to cause some damage.
Pretty intense storm for sure.
Okay, now we got a bit of a wind shift right here.
Yeah, because that's where the circulation is. I'll show you exactly what we've got on Mega Doppler here and where you're at. So we're going to bring you up and bring it up to Mega Doppler, and here's what we've got.
Yep. So there's Josh.
So Josh's dot's located right there. You can see it.
Oh, man.
And look at the hail, too.
And you got the hail that's coming too. So hail's about to hit you shortly. Not super large hail.
Too.
Yeah, it's going to be about nickel size hail. So here's what you had. Zoom in way in.
Yeah.
I'm going to bring this up full screen, Josh. If you can see the stream, there's your location south of Tahlequah, close to Keys. There's the system moving in. There's the circulation. There's your wind shift right there. But if you zoom out, you'll notice it's becoming outflow dominant for the most part. Just it's because also too you can see the outflow as well. So I'm going to take over here real quick. As we go to the reflectivity here, you're going to notice this green line right on the screen. That's the outflow from the storm. So it collapsed and it's not balanced right now. And the rotation is still there, but it's not super strong. Does have a tornado warning. Maybe it tightens up and cycles as it moves into Adair County, but I'm not seeing it right now. So that's going to be it, Josh. You aren't going to be able to catch up to this storm anymore.
Yeah, it's over for me. This is it. The chase is over, but
that's it.
What a way to wrap it up, though. That when you're talking about the storm becoming outflow dominant, I'm going to roll up the window here. But when you're talking about that storm, sometimes you get really strong winds. It's kind of like the storm taking its last gasp, and that's exactly what's happening right now. That's why we had, winds between 60 to 70 miles per hour at my location, because that storm was just kind of gusting out, as you mentioned. And so you typically see that with the storm that's losing its tornadic capability. Still can cause damage, obviously. And you saw how strong those winds were as they moved across the roadways. I mean, people were just stopping in the middle of the road because it was so strong. So definitely a big time storm, but I'm about done chasing, that's for sure. Hey, heads up, Dan the man. I can't hear you. I think you're muted.
Yeah, I am muted. That way you don't have an echo and all that stuff. Let me go back and tell you what I was saying. I was saying you might want to consider dropping south on this storm because there's a chance that maybe it cycles back up as it gets closer to the river valley.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
There's always that.
I wouldn't give up on the storm, but I'm saying that you might want to watch that.
Absolutely. And after I let this rain and wind pass, I'm going to have a much safer time doing that. Because right now it's just an exercise in futility. But once this rain starts to die down a little bit, I might be able to drop south, like you just mentioned, maybe get towards the I-40 corridor and catch up to it. Because I mean, like you said, it's moving pretty slowly. Is it still moving at about 20 to 25 miles per hour?
It is. It's moving at 20. Yep.
Yeah. So definitely.
And they killed the tornado warning too. Just expired.
Yep.
Tornado warning
that makes
expired.
Sense.
Okay, Josh, I'm going to have to put you on mute. We're going to go to the start of the 6 o'clock news. We won't drop off the stream, but we will do a 6 o'clock news. Just to let you know, there will be times when I can't talk as loud because we're in the middle of the studio and they've got the news going on. So stand by. Oops.
My bad. Yeah, I forgot to turn it on.
Okay. Just got to wait here briefly. We're 30 seconds out from the news, so you can hit PCR for me. And then now I got to adjust everything too.
Okay.
Oh, man. It's really hard when you stream and have to do newscasts at the same time. There's a lot of streamers that are out there, but they don't have to do newscasts at the same time they're streaming. And that makes a huge difference.
Tell me about it.
Proudly covering the Northwest Arkansas community. This is KNWA News at 6.
All right, KNWA's Weather Authority team tracking storms just to our west. What once was a tornado warning until just moments ago. Thanks for joining us here at 6 o'clock. I'm Doug Warner.
And I'm Allie Lynch. Let's bring in now Chief Meteorologist Dan Scoff. Dan, where are we seeing these storms?
Yeah, so these storms are going to be moving into southern Adair County. They were just to the west of Adair County in Cherokee County. That's very close to Tahlequah. And in fact, meteorologist Josh Rugger was in Keys, Oklahoma, and he got blasted by over 60 miles per hour winds. Now, this is looking off to the northwest as we're looking at the storm. Obviously, the tower is in the way, but looking northwest, you'll see the storm here on radar in just a bit. One thing you'll notice, the temperatures are a lot warmer in the river valley. There's a new severe thunderstorm watch that just got issued, and it goes until midnight, and it covers the river valley. But there's meteorologist Josh Rugger's location. Also, one of our storm spotters, Brendan Lindsay. We got a new severe thunderstorm warning that just came out, and that does include our coverage area. So we'll go ahead and we'll click on that, and we'll get the latest information on this. So severe thunderstorm warning, considerable 70 miles per hour winds, 1-inch size hail, and a tornado possible. Notice that that is now including Adair County and extreme northeastern Sequoyah County. Crawford County isn't quite in this. Fayetteville, West Fork, Winslow, Springdale, you can see them all at the top right of your screen. Now, we will take a little bit more of a closer look at this. Here's a look at the storm that was earlier tornado warned as the rotation ramped up. In fact, Josh Rugger saw that rotation ramping up. That doesn't mean that this storm couldn't cycle back and get tornado warned again because the ingredients are there. notice additional storm development now trying to take place, and this is the beginning stages of what could be a very active weather forecast. There's the tornado watch that's in effect for Adair County. Northwest Arkansas is excluded from any type of alerts at the moment, and a severe thunderstorm watch where it's a little hotter and a little more humid in the River Valley, and that goes until midnight tonight. Looking at the big picture, more energy moving in. It's just been a wave after wave after wave of thunderstorms, and there's that severe weather risk. We still have it over our coverage area. It's a level 2, and the tornado potential also increases as you go farther north and west, but it still clips parts of Northwest Arkansas, and it might even move into the River Valley. So we'll continue to watch it, keep you updated as far as the timing is concerned. That's about the trickiest thing, is trying to figure out when these storms move in. But you can see those rain chances very likely during the evening, dropping off a little bit, but not entirely overnight tonight, and then cranking back up as we go throughout another active afternoon. We'll have all that coming up in the full weather forecast. Back to you guys.
All right, Dan, and the best way to keep up with Dan and the entire weather team by downloading our streaming app, 479 First, on your smart TV. You'll also find it on the KNW app, inside that app. And that's where they've been streaming for some time. They had meteorologist Josh Rugger out live when it was a tornado-warned storm. That's all been going on in the last half hour while you've been watching national news. That's where you'll also find the latest newscasts, weather updates. Now, on your smart TV, it's available on Apple TV, Fire TV, and Roku. And on your phone, just click Watch Live when you open the KNWA app.
And your Weather Authority team is also launching a new way for you to be our eyes on the ground during severe weather. It's called 479WX, an interactive platform where users can post real-time weather reports, photos, videos, and updates. You can read more into the new platform right now on our website, knwa.com. Well, new at 6 o'clock, police issuing a warning against a dangerous drug found for the first time in the River Valley.
Yeah, this deadly drug is called carfentanil. And according to the DEA, it's 10,000 times more potent than morphine, 100 times stronger than fentanyl. Now, Fort Smith police tell us the drug is made to look like a prescription painkiller in a pill or tablet form. Now, they say you cannot see, smell, or taste it, and nearly an invisible amount is lethal. FSPD says the drug attacks the central nervous system rather rapidly. That means if someone overdoses, it leaves very little time for life-saving interventions. 2 arrests have been made so far related to that drug.
When you have 2 separate arrests that you've...
All right, guys, obviously we're in the middle of a newscast, so we're talking about other things besides weather because it's news, right? And so the news happens quite often. And we got Josh Rugger that's out here again. I'm going to turn down the audio. Josh, I'm going to let you take it and kind of describe what you have going on as you're, looks like you might be driving here real quick.
I have the picture that he posted up to Megadog if you want to show it.
Sweet. Yeah, we're going to do the 479WX. Oh, was there a tree down?
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. All right, Josh, we're going to bring you up here.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys can still hear me right now. I'm in a bit of a dead zone. I'm now traveling towards the Stillwell area right now. I'm trying to get out ahead of this storm once again and see if I can see any structure. Obviously, right now I'm just getting a lot of heavy rainfall. In some areas that have received a lot of rain over the last several days. So obviously flooding could become a concern as well. Having to take it nice and easy on these roadways right now because of just how strong the winds are and how heavy the rain is. Again, I'm traveling towards the Stillwell area right now. I'm going to try to get out ahead of this thing once again. Did have some tree damage near my location. Obviously, I was talking about that earlier. I had those outflow dominant winds, 60 to 70 miles per hour. Still getting some gusty winds, even on the backside of the cell. But it looks like the rain might be starting to die down just a little bit. Hopefully, I can start to travel at normal speed once again as I'm moving towards Stillwell. I'm going to try to get back towards the state of Arkansas as well as this is moving towards Adair County. I did look at the latest radar. It still looks pretty outflow dominant right now, but as Dan was talking about, doesn't mean that the storm can't ramp up once again. So I'll keep an eye on this, especially if you live, south of the Mountainburg area. I know we got a lot of folks that watch in Rudy. I would keep a close eye on this storm as well. At the very least, You're gonna
Josh,
get very
you are the
heavy
man.
rain.
We're in
You're gonna get
a
very strong winds.
we're in a package right now, so I can talk to you where we don't have to worry about the mics.
Okay, yes, sir.
I love you, man. You just can go. You just can talk with the best of them. I love it. Hey, I want to show you your report that just came in. This is what we were talking about, 479WX. Look at how fast this is. Right here is the tree damage that you just took a picture of. So, Josh, when you send in these photos, how quick does it go?
No, it's almost instantaneous. I mean, you can make the description, you post your photo, it uploads really quickly. I know, especially with the videos, sometimes it may take a little bit longer to upload, but with photos, it's pretty much instantaneous. And it'll go straight to the map. It's game-changing, folks. I've been making reports on 479WX all day. I've had no problems whatsoever. There's so many different labels that you could put on there as well. That particular label that I put on that was obviously damaging winds and damage report along with tree debris down. But you can make pretty much any single post for any type of weather phenomenon. It'll go straight to our grid. We'll know exactly where it is, but it's awesome, man. It's game-changing. Love to see it.
Yeah, the more users you get, the more information we can get. Looks like we got a report coming from Springdale. Check that out.
Okay, yeah.
We'll click on that.
They also added a flash flood warning for Boone County.
I believe that. I mean, that has just been raining nonstop. So there's one right there that just sent a report of the clouds and the rain coming in. All right, Josh, here's what we're going to do. We still got you up. We're muting you, but that's the report that came in on Mega Doppler. And you're going to see a new flash flood warning. Golly, Harrison has just been getting blasted. Look at this. It's just continually raining nonstop.
I can go ahead.
And look at this in motion, too. It just keeps building. Uh-oh. We got some problems here. Look at Mega Doppler and look at the storms to the southwest. They're lifting northeastward. Yet you got other storms that are dropping southeast. So it looks like the upper level support is arriving and that warm front is lifting northward. Now, is that going to interact and cause some circulations? We got Michael Craddock, one of our spotters that's out on it, and he might get on that storm. This cell interaction will be interesting to see how that all evolves.
And the Planning Commission says the next step is filling sidewalk gaps and adding protected bike lanes.
All right, stand by. We got a tease coming up here real soon.
We have a reporter here today, hanging out at fireworks stands and riding bikes.
Sounds pretty nice to me.
Nice gig.
All right, we're going to go back to
We're hiring soon. Hey, let's check in right now. Let's talk Razorbacks.
Big Trail Nation's Hayden Herrera joins us. Hayden, a lot going on in the Big Trail Nation room.
Yeah, all that's missing are fireworks. But we did have 3 Razorbacks taken in the 2026 NBA draft. Malik Thomas believes he wouldn't be where he was if it wasn't for Coach Cal. More from Malik on the way. Plus, Dave Van Horn making it known that this offseason will not be the same as last year for the Diamond Hawks, with a statement that should make baseball fans beam with joy.
And want to take a look at this storm that is severe. It's in southern Adair County. It's considerable with 70 miles per hour winds. You just heard about 479WX, and it's an interactive grid, if you will, where you can post pictures and video. Here's a report from Josh Rugger. We've got it pinned, and you'll see tree damage in Cherokee County. This is near Keys at around 6 p.m. We can make this full screen, too. Bring it up literally lickety-split. So there's the tree damage from that storm that's moving into the River Valley. And additional storms are popping up, making their way into northwest Arkansas. Your full active weather forecast coming up after the break, after sports.
You're watching KNWA News at 6 with Doug Warner, Allie Lynch, Chief Meteorologist Dan Scoff, and your Big Trail Nation report with Trey Dare.
Closed captioning is brought to you by Ozark Mountain Roofing. Integrity first, protecting what matters most.
All right, we're back during a commercial break. Sports coming up next. Okay, so we got weather that's coming up after a commercial break, so that's good. All right, so here's the very latest. We're going to reset, kind of tell you what's going on. We've had a severe thunderstorm warning that has been moving into the River Valley, but we do have additional storms that are starting to pop up. They are lifting northeast. There will be lightning on those. Hey, guess what would have a great view of that?
Lincoln. Look at all the lightning.
I say it every time because we miss that Lincoln camera so much. Why did it have to get struck by lightning? That was such a bummer. All right, so going to go back here. Will this affect the rodeo in Springdale? That is a legit question. Originally, it was looking like it would just be light rain, but now we have storms that are popping up to the southwest. Will they actually make it into the Springdale area? That remains to be seen. But join the conversation and join the 479 WX weather grid, if you will. So I'm going to bring this up here. I think we might be able to show you that on the right side as a panel to join that conversation. But we still have a severe thunderstorm warning that is in effect, considerable. That is for Adair County. That does include the communities of Stillwell. That includes Christie, even though Christie is going to be on the northern edge of this severe thunderstorm warning. Greasy, and let's do a storm track. Great idea. No tornado threats as of now for Northwest Arkansas, but that could change. Let's take a look here at what we've got for the motion of this. So I'm going to draw a new storm track. I'm going to bring it up on Max 1. We're going to go ahead and zoom in. And this is moving southeast at about 25 miles per hour. Oh, now moving southeast at 35 miles per hour. Severe thunderstorm warning goes until 6:45. So it looks like it's sped up a little bit with its forward motion. So now we'll take that. Let's just split the difference. Let's go 30. Now it might be 30. Yeah, it looks like it's slowing down. It might be right left turning, is it not?
So they downgraded the warning, and it's at 35. Just to let you know.
But look at the latest.
Yeah.
Loop it again, and I'm going to bring it up
There
on
you
Mega Doppler because that's the best way to see what storms are doing. If you loop them, look at the very end that starts slowing down. What?
Oh yeah, it is.
Steve's supportive for what?
The new cells.
Yeah. Yeah. Could have some supercells popping up. All right, back to this. We're going to do a storm track. I'm going to say 30 instead of 35 just because it looked like it was slowing down.
Okay.
So this is going to be the new track of the cell. It's moving east-southeast instead of southeast. And Devil's Den, 720. Floss at 707. Barnyard. Let's see, you got Barnyard, excuse me, not Barnyard. Barnyard Swing at Silver Dollar City, but you got Banyard at 725, Mountainburg at 734, and Locke coming in at about 7:45. But here's the problem is that there are additional cells that are popping up. If we bring up the lightning, I'm sure they're going to have lightning with them, some positive and negative strikes. Let's bring up some WeatherBug network cameras. We got Cartwright.
Yes, it's facing to the west right now.
Oh, and we're hearing the rumbles of thunder right now. So that is impacting the rodeo for sure. Ooh, that was a positive CG just now. You can tell the way that rumbled over time. Let's get a report from Josh here. So, yeah, I mean, as of now, I think these cells are going to be moving in. Let's go back to the radar. We'll take a look at what we got. Whoa, that was definitely a positive CG. Still quite a bit of rumbles. Look at that. Wow, look at the lightning on this thing, man. Holy smokes. That could be one of those positive CGs that flung out.
Oh, the lightning's been insane the whole way. Yes.
All right, Josh, what do you got, man? What you been saying?
Rain. Yeah, I still got rain. Yeah. I'm traveling now on Highway 100. It's a Stillwell area. I've been listening to you guys talk and also been seeing some occasional looks at radar as well. I'm watching those cells very closely out ahead of this main line. And I agree with you, Dan. There could be some cell interactions that we have to watch very closely. And, of course, I don't like to compare events because every event is different. And, obviously, this is a different setup. But the Ozark tornado was caused by convergence. It was caused by colliding boundaries and colliding cells. We've got several boundaries that are going on right now. One of the big reasons why this storm took off and prompted that brief tornado potential was because it was moving right along an outflow boundary. Now, once it latched off of that boundary, it became outflow dominant once again. But you can see how quickly these things ramp up. So right now, where I am, obviously it's pretty tranquil. I'm a little displaced from the main part of the storm, but at any time, the storm can start to ramp up. So I would keep a close eye on this in Washington County. Really, the Ozarks needs to keep a close eye on this as these additional cells start to move in. And you're exactly right about that, Dan. The upper level support is here. It has been lacking all day long. I've seen it visually with these storms. They were struggling all day until that upper level support arrived, until it latched onto that boundary. So we will need to watch that very closely. But right now, I'm just going to keep chugging along. I'm heading towards Stillwell. We'll go from there. We'll see where we need to position. But just experiencing some trash showers right now on the backside of the storm.
We're in a commercial break right now. What I've got to do is I've got to do the weather forecast here. So we're going to bounce back to TV. And I don't know what's in the show now because all the storms have moved, obviously. But we'll play it by ear. I got to delete these tracks. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and we'll do that. All right. You can give me a rundown on Mega Doppler, Leslie. You got that?
I'll start with we'll zoom out and then.
Yeah, rain and thunder. I do want to show kind of like a loop, and we got more 479 reports, so I do want to mention that. We'll bring that up briefly. Let me do a quick crash course on this. How much time before we hit? I'm going to bring up some different cameras too.
Mm-hmm.
So Huntsville Airport, Cartwright. And Kessler. Could you see Kessler too? Did it look okay?
Away. Yeah, it's kind of far away. Not impressive.
Yeah, no, it's not impressive. Okay, stand by here, guys. Which way is that looking? That's looking
Cartwright or Huntsville?
No, Huntsville.
Southwest.
That's southwest.
Yes,
yeah.
correct.
All right, guys, stand by. Weather's coming up next. I do want to focus on those cells that are moving into southern Washington County. So.
Okay.
Your Weather Authority forecast with Chief Meteorologist Dan Scoff. Certified most accurate by Weather Rate.
It's June 25th. Typically, the ridge of high pressure starts building in, and we have heat and humidity with very little storm activity. Not the case this year, not the case the last couple of weeks. We continue with this northwest flow weather pattern, and now look at how active it is. We got thunderstorms that are popping up in parts of Boone County, eastern Carroll County. We have multiple 479 WX reports. We also have multiple storm spotters that are out on the scene. We just heard a rumble of thunder that lasted literally 30 seconds. It must have been a positive CG from an anvil crawler. We also have Josh Rugger, who is out on the scene. We've been doing a live stream before this storm got tornado warned in Cherokee County. I want to bring this up full real quick because this is the tree damage around Keys, Oklahoma. And so that storm right there caused 70 miles per hour winds. Now, it has weakened somewhat. It's not considerable anymore. We'll take this off the screen because I want to focus a little more on the radar. And there you can see Josh Rugger's location. So here's the severe thunderstorm warning that goes for a few more minutes for Adair County, northeastern Sequoia County. Does not include northwest Arkansas. Let's put this into motion, though, and you'll see these cells, instead of moving southeast, those are starting to lift northeast. Now, Springdale, a location a lot of people are focused on, of course, for Rodeo of the Ozarks at Parsons Stadium. Right now, there is rain and some light, moderate rain, even some anvil crawlers that are overhead from this storm system that's to the southwest. But as far as the storm activity in Benton County, looking pretty limited, although we do have that cloud line that's rolling in along with those showers and storms. Now, we'll take a look at some of our WeatherBug network cameras from Huntsville, the airport, looking off to the southwest. Cartwright, you can see that storm off in the distance as well. That's the base of the thunderstorm, and that's the ended up lowering of that storm that's popping up. And the conditions are there for severe weather. In fact, we got a severe thunderstorm watch in the River Valley, got lightning flashes. Hopefully this camera doesn't go down. We've been watching plenty of lightning strikes close to the area. And it just continues to rain over Boone County, which is why a new flash flood warning has just been issued. So temperatures are soaring in the River Valley into the upper 80s, and that's why the potential is there for some of these storms to become strong to severe. You got 89 degrees right now. Pressure is falling at 29.85. There's that tornado watch that does include Adair and Delaware County. So Delaware County, Adair County included in that tornado watch. And then you got farther south of that, you've got a severe thunderstorm watch that goes until midnight. Now, here's a look at the loop. Now, originally, this storm was coming right for northwest Arkansas. But if you've ever watched Top Gun and those jets, when they break right, that's exactly what this storm did. You talk about a right turner. Look at it moving towards northwest Arkansas and then made that right turn. And what it did is it rode a boundary. The boundary was a key focus for storm rotation. And you'll see not a whole lot of additional development to the west, although we do see that in Oklahoma. And that might eventually make its way here, but that's a long ways away. That will take its sweet time to get here. So again, looking at the big picture, once this cluster of storms moves out, that's going to be about it for the rest of the activity tonight, unless additional development occurs, which is a possibility, as you can see those storms that are popping up along the boundary in southern sections of Washington County. Now, this is where it gets laughable. You look at the future track. I know people want to see this, but unfortunately, it's just not good. Davion's in the weather lab. He's literally cracking up because he knows the frustration that Davion, Josh, and Leslie and I have over the last several days trying to predict timing as well as location of these storms. Now, notice as we go into Friday, late morning into the afternoon, the weather's so complicated, there's no computer model that's ever going to be perfect. But there you see some rain that could be rolling in during the morning hours on Friday. During the afternoon on Friday, watch this. Thunderstorms expected to redevelop. Yeah, surprise, Davion. That wasn't in the forecast earlier. Now we've got storm chances on Friday evening. That's quite a bit of activity, too, where we could see additional heavy rain and flash flooding potential. And then Saturday, late morning, another round of showers and storms lasting into the early afternoon. Want to ride Outlaw Run at Silver Dollar City? Here's your ride right here. You got plenty of bunny hills and a big drop. Notice another chance of storms ramping up by Friday afternoon. By the way, this isn't the model manipulating these precipitation chances. We adjust them. Leslie, Davion, Josh, and I, we always do that. And that ties into our Weather Authority app. So make sure you download your Weather Authority to get the latest forecast information. Notice that active weather, it's so active because the ridge of high pressure hasn't built in. However, by the end of this weekend, say goodbye to those rain chances for a little while as that jet stream starts to get stretched, almost like pulling a rubber band, and we are right underneath a giant ridge of high pressure. So what does this do? It drops the precipitation chances, and it cranks up the heat. As you can see, that 6 to 10 day outlook looking a little bit on the toasty side. Possibly wetter than normal for the 8 to 14 day. Not for our area. Nope, we are going to dry out for several days, which will be great for the 4th of July, but hot as a firecracker. So for tomorrow, storm chances kind of popping up here and there. Saturday in the upper 80s. We do have those storms possible in the morning and afternoon. It won't be a complete wash, but there could be some storm activity. Next week, going to be hot and humid, kind of like a steam sauna, if you will. And those temperatures will be soaring into the middle and upper 90s, some sweltering days coming our way over the next several days after we finally break this northwest flow weather pattern and our weather starts to get a little quieter. We'll be right back after the break with more KNWA News at 6. So is that storm? Oh, that storm's ramping up. Look at that. Check this out. Circulation increasing. Right there. There's your cell merger. Michael Craddock's on that. Two cells that are coming together.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Hi. Good.
All right.
Is this the last block? Hold on. Actually, did you have to wrap him up?
So this is what we have to watch. This circulation right here. We've got the radar located at INX.
Huh?
And if we check this out, there's the rotation. Very clear, very evident, riding the boundaries, storm interactions. This could prompt tornado potential.
Yeah.
and Lincoln would have a great view of it. I gotta bring it up every time. Here's a question. So Dan, how the storm fuel look like in this storm drain the fuel? Oh, now that's spinning. Yeah, that is spinning for sure. Oh, Michael Craddock's on it.
Does he have a feed?
He does. I think he does. Yep. Can you bring it up here? Let's bring it up real fast. I can bring it up over here.
Yay! Oh, sorry. Okay. That's crazy.
Oh no.
Yes. Light rain.
That's right. I had to remove all the.
Wow. Michael is right there.
All right, we got Michael Craddock.
It's light rain, but it is rain over us.
Oh man, look at that circulation. Wow.
Holy.
All right, I know. Oh, he just moved.
He's facing back.
Yeah, I want to go to weather one if we can real quick, because we already saw the 7-day multiple times. This is a storm that's approaching southwest sections of Washington County. It's in eastern Adair County. It is spinning a little bit, and that's our storm spotter, Michael Craddock. And here's a look at the radar. What? You're going to take video? We got that coming up right after the end of this newscast. But there's that circulation we'll be watching entering southwest Washington County.
I didn't even make that noise out loud. It just came out.
Yeah. Well, here you can take a picture right here.
I'd linked your stream earlier.
Oh, and I didn't have that on PCR. Sorry about that. That wasn't on PCR.
No. Oh, there we go.
What?
No, he's out of the trees for now.
Yeah, I don't know if there's going to be a concert now. That's a giant complex that lifted northeast, and it's way too close to Fayetteville. You can go try.
So he is, where's he at? Near Stillwell?
He's right here now. He's by Stillwell, yeah, but he's by Dutch Mills. He's a little south of Dutch Mills, in between Dutch Mills and Evansville. Let's go back here. Michael Craddock, one of our spotters that's on that. I mean, I don't know. Who cares about the shows? I'm streaming right now, so we'll figure that out later.
I think the late shows, there may not be as much activity.
Yeah.
I meant for the show that's in 30 minutes.
Oh, the show in 30 minutes.
The
I forgot
7th,
this.
yeah. Who knows?
Probably. Keep it in there. Let me make sure we're still up on 479 first. This commercial is the one.
Wow, look at that structure. It's a nice storm. Watching the wind shift and blow hard in Westville. Yep. Now, is that set from the storm motion? So, where does the storm go now? Does it go east to south or straight east? Who knows, honestly. These interactions of the cells are just, you can't predict them ahead of time. You can only basically react to them.
Why does the Lincoln camera have to be down?
I know. No, I don't think Fayetteville gets a tornado warning. Are we really not on 479 first?
I'm seeing commercials play, so I'm not sure if we still are, but I'm just trying to see if
Did anybody do it?
Kyler did. At first we were, but with the 6 o'clock show, I don't know if he put it over the 6 o'clock or not.
What did he say? Yeah, it is.
Let me check the schedule real quick. Let me check that.
479. Oh, there's a severe thunderstorm warning with a tornado possible tag.
Okay.
That's probably in Washington County. There it is. And that includes Fayetteville. Let me tell you all these places that are included. So Fayetteville, Farmington, Prairie Grove, Lincoln, Greenland, West Fork, Winslow, Morrow, Odell, Strickler,
Can you ask him to add it
all
back
that
on?
stuff.
At least up until the 7 o'clock. Thank you.
Thank you for the information on 479 first. I'd love to do a storm track. You can't. It's just like everything is congealing like all over the place. It's just a cluster mess. I guess it's moving kind of east southeast, but now it's moving northeast a little bit as you have the track.
Looks like it pivoted.
So it did pivot. Yeah, as the low level jet kicks in. Here's what I'll do. I
Big old extension to the thunderstorm.
we're gonna do what?
That the warning did
Oh
pop
yeah,
up here now.
yeah. We popped that
there
on
we
there,
go.
and it's got tour possible too. All right, so stand by. This is moving east at 30 miles per hour. So I'm going to do a track on this basically right along the leading edge. That's the best I can do. And then I'll take that east over the next hour. And there's your areas that will be impacted. That's the best that I can do as of now. It's a smaller area. I will probably redraw that, make it a little bit bigger. So there you go. There's a little bit of a bigger track. Over the next hour, moving kind of more east northeast now. Fayetteville at 7:15. So that does not bode well for the Gully Park Summer Concert Series at all. Oh no, the Mega Doppler is the best tech
Yeah, I bet.
and continues to be the best.
Again, no cameras down in Lincoln, unfortunately. Shrouded in rain in our Fayetteville cameras.
Let me see here.
Looking through all the cameras right now.
You bring
to
up
see if
Mega
there's
Doppler on
anything.
this one screen. So I gotta go here, start EVP. There we go. Now I can do it. Now let's see here. Click on the radar here real quick. All right, so we just click on the radar. Let's see if this changes this. Yeah, there we go. Nope. This storm velocity. There it goes. Did you change that or did I change that?
Change.
The reflectivity.
Oh, I did.
Let me see if it changes on this.
Wait, hold on. Let me take my hand away then.
Click on the radar.
Okay, like
Yeah,
click
it's
on
not
right.
changing on that.
There's that.
I don't know. That's okay. All righty. Y'all need Weather Call Next Gen. Yeah, love that. $15 a year, only alert you. Only if you're in the path of the polygon. You got it. It's really a great service. Okay, let's show you that storm track here. So there's the track. Prairie Grove at approximately 6:55. Farmington 7:04. Let's take a look at some cameras here, looking off to the southwest. So Graduate Hotel camera. Oh yeah, you can see the base of the storm. Now that is looking northwest. So we're going to take that Graduate Hotel camera and we're going to move it to the southwest to get a look at that cell. We also have two Mount Sequoia, always kind of looking
No,
west.
this is yeah.
You
there
what?
we go. That's southwest. What are the cameras?
So we do have a severe thunderstorm warning with a tornado possible tag. There's no severe thunderstorm or tornado watch included in Washington County at the moment. While that doesn't mean anything, it just means that we're not included in that area. So still not on 479 first.
You know what? I know how to add us. I got it. Give me 1 second, guys.
Is it still not working?
Well, I don't know if they updated the schedule because we're not on. Okay, we should be. Hold on. Let me double check.
Like I said, man, all you need to do is make it one button. We go live, it goes to 479 first. Can it not be that hard?
We should. Yeah, we're up on 479 now.
Okay, we should be on there.
Yeah, we are up.
479 is back. There you go. All right, so we are on 479 first. The problem is there's a little bit of a. It's convoluted. It's like some steps don't translate to other entities, if you will. But yeah, it looks like this storm might be dying out.
Look at this.
Big time. Colby Ward must be there. The Colby effect. Benton County in the clear for severe. That's a good question. Haven't really covered that. I do believe so, yeah. Now, there could be some additional storms that pop up, but as of now, not really looking at that. So we'll put this into motion, and you can see the way that storm was. This storm went all over the place, didn't it?
Yeah.
It kind of turned to the left, then it turned to the right, and then it turned to the left again. Watch this. We'll do this over time.
Mind you, I've been keeping an eye on Siloam Springs, and these clouds are working their way back up north.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are.
So the warm front is lifting north. So look at this. This is wild. Here's the radar. So there's a storm. It's going right towards Fayetteville, and then it just makes a hard right turn. Then it starts to left turn and go more. It's almost like it avoided Fayetteville. It just went. Yeah. There's the latest severe thunderstorm warning now. All right, pausing it. Yeah, Benton County is okay right now, currently at the moment. But I will say this, man, it just continues to rain over Harrison, and it is a heavy rain too at that. Check this out. We'll bring up the
Observe, preserve.
Harrison
Yeah.
Gaither Mountain Weather Bug Network. And just how many hours has it been? We've been seeing rain there, Leslie.
I would say at least 4 hours.
4 hours, yeah.
I would say at least 4.
We'll let that rain populate. Yeah, look at that. That's a lot of rain. Rain and wind picked up in West Fork. Believe that. Has the jacket come off yet? Nope, not yet. I still have the jacket on because I have another newscast coming up. The old 7 o'clock. But I think this storm is dying out.
Look at lightning too.
Still has a lot of lightning with it. But that's the problem. Outdoor activity is going to be an issue. Springdale is getting some rain right now. In fact, we can look at Arkansas Children's Northwest. There's the Springdale camera. You can see some raindrops on there.
If I point it to the west, that's what we got.
Yeah, you're right. Might need to change to the lightning tide. I think I will do that. Future, there's no reason even looking at it. Future track is just crap.
Garbage.
It's garbage. It's awful. It's pathetic. In fact, just to show you, let's just show you real quick. This ought to be fun. I'm going to take a look at the latest graph, which didn't have any storms at all anywhere in Northwest Arkansas. So we're going to stop it right here. We're going to look at a high resolution, meaning 3-kilometer updates every hour. And, oh, hey, it finally has storms. That's nice. But not anywhere near where they actually are.
Yeah, that's way up north. There you go.
Yeah. So there's where it shows the future is right now. And then over time, who even knows what happens because it's not even right there. Let's look at the graph 4-kilometer. Graph 4-kilometer isn't even close. And then let's look at the HRRR. So here's the HRRR hourly. That actually did a little better. Once this comes through, that's going to be it. So it's going to be an early round. Man, look at that storm die out. That's beautiful.
Very quickly.
We're going to keep that loop going,
Okay,
Leslie. Look at the circulation, and then it just is gone. Probably isn't going to be even severe anymore. Nor is it going to be a severe thunderstorm or tornado possible. That's going to drop off real soon. There's the rain totals in Boone County. They've been getting it. When's the next round coming in? Probably tomorrow afternoon. There's going to be some storms that pop up tomorrow afternoon. River Valley good for the evening? I don't think so. I think that outflow boundary might fire off additional storms. As of now, everything's pretty quiet, but remember, it's close to 90 degrees. And if we look at the radar at SRX, you're going to see an outflow boundary that drops south. Look at those storms headed right for southern Washington County. We can bring up some iDrive cameras weather too, because we'll have some on I-49. Can Fayetteville, Arkansas go to bed? I would love to go to bed personally. Oh, here we got a new report on 479WX. You see that? Let's bring that up real quick.
Storms rolling in.
All right.
Looking south from Elkins.
So hold on, wait, keep that up.
Yep.
There, I'm just getting to it now. So there's a report coming in from 479WX. Now you can make that smaller, and we can get the actual report. Now my developer is on here. I wonder if there's a way to prevent the. Thank you. Wonder if there's a way to have it not flash the picture, because if you'll notice, when you make it full screen, it flashes, which is a little bit iffy, you know? And then when you bring it back to small screen, it flashes as well. It would be nice if it didn't flash. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Because it adds a little bit of a delay.
Yeah, it adds a little bit of a delay. So I don't know if there's any way to get around that.
Yeah. There's nothing going on with these storms anymore.
Yeah.
That's
Just
it.
lightning and thunder and heavy rain.
Yep.
Now, heavy rain is going to be very likely. Oh, look, check that out. Got a great view from Cartwright. That's beautiful. Clouds scraping the ground. Look at that. You see Cartwright?
Yeah.
Bring that up on Weather 3. See what it looks like.
Cartwright?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got you. There you go.
Now, which direction is that looking?
This is northwest, I believe.
Okay.
A little bit more north than where the radome is.
Oh yeah, make that full screen, and we can do that.
Because these storms are already north of Mountainburg.
Typically, Brian, I think you know if it's raining or not. Not if you're inside, though. But you do need me to confirm if it's raining or not. No, you do not. However, it's not as easy as it might seem, because you got to actually, radar can look like it's raining, but it's a radar beam several thousand feet above your head. So believe it or not, with precipitation in terms of snowfall and winter weather, that's a big deal. Like, is it actually reaching the ground? We don't have that dry air in place. Yeah. The wind is picking up. So you got the wind picking up in Siloam, probably a wake low.
See a little bit of a shelf cloud off the Graduate Hotel camera, but because we have so many raindrops on it,
Yeah.
it's
Were we
hard to
recording
tell.
that?
I put it to record.
Okay,
yes.
good. It's a slight thunderstorm. I know. We haven't been making a big deal out of it. We were earlier. Now it's not even having the severe thunderstorm with tornado possible anymore. Hey, we got some more reports from Elkins too coming in. Okay. So you hit Alt to bring it up full. Double click Alt. There you go. Good training.
Yeah.
And then double click Alt again. Yeah, you can either remove it or you can double click Alt. Oh, there you go. Lowering. And double click Alt. And then it shrinks back.
Looking south.
Love those reports though, man.
It's so fast.
It's so fast. It's so quick. I love the way
Did you guys
that's
see
not
this one yet?
filtered. No algorithms. Nope.
Madison County.
Yeah.
Lightning
That's
strike.
going to be Brendan Wilson from Marble. Yep, I did see that one. We showed that. We actually put that on the news. And by the way, this doesn't have a tornado possible tag on it, and it's a storm that's how long until the next round? It might be a while. I don't know. I'd love to tell you by looking at future radar, but you can't because it doesn't even handle that well.
And there's like a big lull in the activity. We got
Yeah, you got this wave coming in. You got the next batch that's west, and there's some additional storms that are popping up northwest of that, but that might not move in until late, and that might just clip southwest Missouri. So this could be it for the rest of the night.
It's not impressive looking at all outside.
No.
It's just rain.
Yeah, I know. And it's not even tornado possible anymore. It's just a severe thunderstorm warning, and that's going to drop off too. All right, guys, I think we're going to drop this live stream. Be honest with you. We don't have any cameras in Prairie Grove, but we do have one that's, well, we had one close to Prairie Grove, Lincoln. It was a great one too. But we do have this one, our Kessler Mountain WeatherBug Network camera.
Rucker said, guys, I'm about to make a very important intercept at Taco Bell. Burrito mode activated.
Oh, man. Tell them I could go for a Baja Blast for easy. Oh, well, thank you, Faith. I appreciated that. Boo, keep going and tell jokes. Yeah. I think you're the one that is telling the jokes, Brian. You got that covered.
Comedy
Yeah, this is. So we had someone. So we look good, knock on wood. Haha. No kidding. Oh, let's go. Can't not wait for that. You got any good weather jokes?
Look at the sun out in Waldron, man. Oh.
Talk about a tale of two cities.
Yeah. Check this out. Here's our Waldron WeatherBug Network camera. Clear and sunny. That means storms could pop up, but it's all about where the energy
Yeah,
is.
look up north. You can tell it's a lot darker, but that sun, man. Also hazy off in the distance.
You got any good weather jokes at all?
Who?
You.
Me?
Yeah.
No, not that I can think of. Davion, you?
I don't know. There's one that I've been learning recently.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, you got one that you recently learned?
Yeah, it's pretty simple.
Okay.
What is it?
That I wasn't wrong. The weather was. I wasn't wrong. The weather was. Don't ask.
Oh, well, he gets locked up on me. I think the joke is that this system locked up. I got one. Why did the sun, as you see on the screen, go to school? Because it wanted to get brighter.
Oh, that one's actually
So
good.
bad.
I thought it was solid. Good.
How about this? I told my umbrella a joke. and it went over my head.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
That makes
That
sense.
one's a good one.
These sound like the ones that are on the back of Laffy Taffy.
These are knee slappers.
Why did the cloud stay home from work? It was feeling under the weather. Yeah, I heard that one before.
Under the weather.
Let's see, what else do we have? You know, I got a joke. I got a real good joke. It's called the graph. This is no joke, no pun needed. This is a joke right here. The graph 4 kilometer. Look at what it's got tomorrow. Nothing. Guess what it had the last several days? Nothing. Right, Davion?
Yeah.
A couple days ago, it barely had any storms at all.
I could use some nothing for my weekend at least.
Models are so bad.
Ah, I got a good one here. This is from developer Denton. Ready for this one?
Yeah.
Why did the Supercell get a rap album? Because it always drops a great hook. I like that one.
Yeah, that's
That
a
one
good
is
one.
Very
That's a
good. That's a good one right
That's a
there.
good one.
Yeah, the NAM, that's a joke too. What are the clouds'
Yeah,
favorite?
it's not.
What do the clouds wear? Yeah, what do the clouds wear under their clouds? I don't know.
I don't know.
No jokes about the weather bucket, please. Why did the tornado skip town? Because it couldn't get a spin on things. I don't like that.
Okay. An update from Steve. He said the trend with the storms has been down.
Uh-huh.
The slightly faster winds aloft might be supporting the newer cells. The flow should continue to increase and stronger updrafts remain possible as the activity continues. The numbers still trend up a bit ahead of the cells.
Well, there you have it. Now, let's talk about how about this one? Why did the man fall into the well? Because he couldn't see the well. Because he couldn't see that well. I got
You
you.
couldn't see that well.
Yeah, I
okay.
couldn't see that well. And now we're cracking jokes. Yeah, see, it shows you that we're not super concerned about this. We will drop off this stream at 7 o'clock unless something else pops up, and then we'll continue on. But no reason to stay on this stuff. In fact, that severe thunderstorm warning is going to be dropped pretty soon. I will show this. I do want to zoom into Fayetteville
Yep.
at the very end, show the lightning because we've got Gully Park. So if you zoom way in on the northeast side of Fayetteville, you'll see Gully Park right
There we
there.
go.
And it's raining. And if you zoom out a little bit, there's the lightning that's to the southwest. Now put that into motion. Is it lifting northward?
Let's see.
Not really.
Eh, It tried,
Not really.
but this portion of the storm died
I
down.
don't think anything does get spicy, honestly. I think this energy moves out and then I think it's done. What do you think?
I would have to agree.
I kind of,
honestly.
I mean,
There's
and this
noth-
is just
there's
me.
nothing
This
impressive
is just
going
me
on right now.
intuition wise. This is not even like looking at models. This is just me, observing things that's happening, looking at out the window, as I like to say.
Mhm.
This is looking out the window. Yeah, we had that wave of energy move in. Yes, there are storms to the west, but guess what? Those are a ways out there, and that's where the energy is stronger. This complex is now that might be a problem. Maybe that clips Northwest Arkansas. That's a possibility. I think if there's anything, yeah, it might be this right here. This is going to be close as it drops southeast. Yeah, see, look at the motion here. What you got?
This is from Josh Ruger.
A joke?
Yeah.
Okay.
What kind of weather is produced by Taco Bell? You remember this?
Explosive development.
Earthquake downdraft.
Yeah. That's what I was watching. Yeah, we're gonna have to watch that cell. I will
Yeah.
agree with that, and that could clip northern sections of our weather coverage area. No, this is up by Independence. Here, check it out. I'll show you on the graphics.
Right here, yeah.
This one at the very end of the loop, right there. We'll see. We'll see what happens. So far, though, everything's pretty quiet. Now, if we zoom out a little bit, we'll take a look at the water vapor.
Steve says a decent mezzo continues aloft in southwest with the storm in southwest Washington County. Yes.
See, it's the tiniest hope.
Well, he said southwest Washington County, so
Yeah, that's southeast.
All right, I got another one for you.
I think east of Dutch Mills.
Why is the sun so smart? Because it has over 5,000 degrees. Laffy Taffy jokes. What do the rains say to the earth?
What did the rain say to the earth?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. What?
I'm falling for you.
That one's a good one.
Cheeseville. What's the mezzo that he's talking about? Oh, we got some sound effects
It's hard
now.
to tell with all the. Hold up. Let me transition, or let me switch over to Fort Smith, even though it's. Yeah,
Thank you,
because I
thank
really
you,
can't
thank
see
you.
it with the range folding.
All right.
It is way.
How about this, Davion? You know this one.
You're watching. The greatest show.
What did raindrops say? What did one raindrop say to the other?
You're all in.
Two's company, three's a cloud.
You're wet. It's crazy.
Yeah. Those are all dad jokes. Those are all solid dad jokes.
Live streaming and the content story back.
Yeah, definitely slowing down. We're definitely winding down. We do have some new 479WX posts. Let's bring those up. And
Do we?
yeah, I think that's a new one, isn't it?
I looked at this one earlier, but it doesn't have a attached to it. It just says raining here in Bentonville.
Oh, raining in Bentonville. All right, that's cool. Cool report. Oh yeah, we already saw that. Yep.
From what we've already seen.
They got a tornado out in far western Oklahoma too, man.
Yeah, more.
Yeah.
That was that same storm that produced. I sent my mother-in-law out on a storm. She actually got a picture of a supercell, pretty decent one too. Did you see those supercells?
Steve said the cell by Winslow has some supercell structure.
All right, let's check it out.
This is from Fort Smith, since it's.
Are we switching radars?
Yeah, I switched radars because there's a lot of
So
range folding.
it is going
happening.
around, ride the boundary. Is it done switching yet? Yeah. All right, I gotta get ready for a newscast here. Oh wow, we're coming up real soon.
I think that was just left in there from 6. You really want a 2-shot?
Coming up right now.
You really want a 2-shot, Connor? I thought that was just left in there from 6.
I don't either.
I'm sorry, y'all both talk at the same time.
I'll switch over to PCR for you.
So I go.
No,
It's coming here.
Yeah.
That was odd.
All right, Weather Authority team, weather
Ooh, we're
running
zooming in,
shoes
zooming
on,
out, yeah.
tracking storms that are now has made their way kind of to the I-49 corridor. Thanks for joining us here at 7. I'm Doug. He's Dan. What you
I
know?
actually need to change my tie because I think the tornado potential is winding down. We had a storm that was rotating a little bit and was earlier tornado warned, Doug, just to the west of us. Still have some supercell structure to it. I'll change the tie for the main weather forecast, but we're also balancing a live stream, and the streaming activity has definitely decreased in terms of the thunderstorm amount of coverage. But we do have this one storm that's popped up in southern sections of Washington County. Still has some lightning and occasional thunder with it. That's a severe thunderstorm warning that's going a few more minutes, and that's for southern Washington County. A little bit of a supercell structure with that one storm by Winslow and some rain that's falling in Fayetteville. The good news is, though, is that the lightning activity is quite limited over Fayetteville, especially Gully Park for the Gully Park Summer Concert Series. But we have several of these pins that you see on the screen. Those are 479 WX reports. And in real time, we can bring up information and talk about what's happening. Like case in point, 19 minutes ago, there's a look at the storm that was approaching. And now you can see a little bit of a hail core that's popping up on the east side of Washington County. There is a lot of heavy rain that's falling across areas of Boone County. In fact, a flash flood warning has been issued across that area. Now, this is the evolution of this storm that was earlier tornado warned west of Tahlequah, south of Tahlequah near Keys. That storm's starting to move out. If we take a look off to the northwest, we still have that tornado watch that's in effect until 10 o'clock tonight. There are additional storms that are popping up off to the west, but now the question is, will we see more development throughout the night tonight? And if we do, will they bring severe weather and tornado potential? We'll answer that coming up in the main weather forecast. For now, back to you, Doug.
Well, new tonight, police issuing a warning against a dangerous drug now found for the very first time in the River Valley. It's called carfentanil, and according to the DEA, it's 10,000 times more potent than morphine and 100.
Decision is now final here in Arkansas. SNAP recipients will not be able to purchase soda and candy with their benefit card. This comes after a federal judge struck down similar measures in other states.
There's a bunch of newscasts that's going on. You can see Doug, we got a 7 o'clock newscast. I muted the mic.
Soda in Colorado, Iowa, Nebraska, Tennessee, and West Virginia. Starting July 1st, no one on SNAP benefit in Arkansas will be allowed to buy soda. In the River Valley tonight, a premier global aerospace defense and advanced technology company says it will expand its footprint there at Fort Smith. This is happening at the Ebbing Air National Guard Base.
Lockheed Martin tells us this will create 230 jobs. They tell us it's double what the company had originally projected. They say that hiring process is ongoing, takes about 12 to 18 months. Available positions include aircraft mechanics, IT specialists, logistics coordinators, and security personnel. All right, would you like 4th now? About a week away or so, fireworks sales already seeing a massive increase across the region. KNWA's Dylan Nooner details how these shops were firing up production well ahead of the 250th July 4th celebration.
It's a tradition almost as old as the country it celebrates.
We do a little bit of fireworks every year. I'm kind of an old man now, and I still enjoy doing it.
Fireworks sales across the region are skyrocketing for America's 250th anniversary.
We've seen a dramatic increase in business versus the same period last year. So there's definitely more buzz.
Adam Keeley, owner of Riverside Year-Round Fireworks in Siloam Springs, says his products are flying off the shelf.
The phone's been ringing off the hook. People are coming in. They're looking for bigger items. Their budgets have gone up this year. You can definitely tell people are ready for the 4th of July party this year.
Keeley tells me he had to be strategic with ordering supplies this 4th.
We do most of our buying the year before and some early in 2026.
With firework demand so high, even the most thought out plan doesn't guarantee the hottest new items.
As I called a supplier yesterday looking for kind of a last minute item that I decided to add, and they said, man, we've been out of those for 2 months. So it's definitely been higher demand at the wholesale level, which is going to translate into higher demand at the retail level for sure.
Over a week out from the holiday, and Keeley's prediction is already coming true.
I come over to this particular fireworks stand for this fireworks right here.
Yeah.
It's the loudest thing you can get. It's just a rocket with a giant explosion. So it's fun.
With all the buzz around the show in the sky this 4th of July, people aren't forgetting the reason for the celebration.
This year's really special to me too. I've always been grateful for this country, and the World Cup coming here, it's just created so much energy around the patriotism of this country.
That's Dylan Nooner reporting. Last year, tariffs on fireworks from overseas reached more than 150%. Now, Keeley adds this year's tariffs have stabilized a bit, allowing vendors to get the best products in for the big celebration. Well, tonight the work continues to grow some of the biking infrastructure across Northwest Arkansas. Today, KNWA's Reagan Wynn hit the bike lanes on an e-bike touring downtown Bentonville. Now, this is the very infrastructure regional planners say they hope to replicate all across Northwest Arkansas. On average, 44 people are killed or seriously injured on NWA roadways every year. That's been the average between 2017 and 2021. We're told Bentonville's 8th Street, where cyclists and pedestrians are separated by some sort of barrier, it's one example of what the region is working toward.
We want that number to go down to 0 by 2038. And our board has committed to a vision of zero, which means that we are committed to taking steps to eliminate traffic fatalities and serious injuries from our roadways by the year 2038.
And the Planning Commission says the final step is to fill the sidewalk gaps and add protected bike lanes across the region. Reagan will have more on what the planners say needs to happen to keep Northwest Arkansas roads safe as possible. That's tonight at 10. Well, tonight, the death toll in Venezuela continues to rise. This is after 2 powerful earthquakes hit that country's capital city. Straight ahead, the damage, the very latest, and how the U.S. is stepping in to help and how it's impacting some right here in NWA. First, though, let's get a preview of the full forecast. One of the greatest concern has reduced with that rain that's moving in, but we still have it out there.
We do have some rain out there, especially southern Washington County. Notice the severe thunderstorm warning has expired, so there's no more of that. Notice the tornado tie is gone, even though there is a tornado watch until 10 o'clock. There's no additional storms. We'll show you that future radar coming up. Also, you can see the severe thunderstorm watch in the River Valley. Still a chance that some storms pop up, but I will show you over the next couple hours what you can expect. That's in your full forecast coming up after the break.
Closed captioning is brought to you by Ozark Mountain Roofing. Integrity first, protecting what matters most.
And trying to build your show.
Oh, the camera likes you now.
Hi. How Hi, Cameron. I like you too. In fact, I like you so much, I'll call you a loser. No, I'm just kidding.
It
That's a
zooms
zoom
in on
Yeah,
you.
when you do that, it zooms in.
It's like, who are you calling a loser?
He's like, oh, I'll show
I'm
you.
calling
I'll
you
zoom
out.
in on you.
Yeah.
I'll take you out.
Let's see if I can fix that real quick while you continue to set up your show here.
Okay.
Storms just dead, done. Nothing really to talk about on that front. They're just done for, which is honestly really great news.
Yeah,
Definitely.
we'll be shutting this down right after we're done. Oh, you
Weather.
know what? I don't have the mic on. I don't know
Where's
where
the
it
mic
is.
then?
I have no idea.
Take it off when you took the tie off.
Might have taken it off when I took the tie off, and then I don't know where I put it.
It's on top of the thing, under the top.
Where? There it is.
There we go.
Now you got it, Mike. And people wonder why I have massive headaches when I get out of here, because it's just like there's so much. Oh. And now I don't even know if my show is set up. So
It's 7 o'clock. You're gonna have to bear with me.
Yeah. You still want me to loop the Mega Doppler?
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Sweet. Yeah, here's a good look at everything happening right now. A little bit heavier just west of St. Paul. It's been like that, but it's still on a downtrend for the most part. Rain is finally clearing out of northwest Arkansas. Springdale, you guys are good. Fayetteville seems to be good. These storms are moving out towards the east.
we killed our instability too.
It did, which is honestly really great. I saw someone put a comment saying Rodeo of the Ozarks has not canceled, and
No, good.
it's not going to cancel for the rest of the night.
I told them they wouldn't need to because Lisa asked. I said
Yeah.
I would do it. I would take them.
Somebody from Delacroix messaged me and says, "Oh my God, I have lived here since 2018. That was the strongest storm I've ever seen come through this area.
Yeah.
Insane, extremely high wind, heavy downpours, lots of lightning."
Oh yeah, did you see Josh's stream?
I was watching when he had that. He said he had that phone.
Yeah.
Start looping that. Just a complete downtrend. They only have special
All right,
weather
stand by.
statements.
Weather forecast coming up
All right, I got it.
now.
Your Weather Authority forecast with Chief Meteorologist Dan Scoff, certified most accurate by Weather Rate.
You ever want to get a sneak peek behind the scenes, what happens during commercial breaks, as well as in between newscasts, and also when we launch our live stream before we do television coverage, you can check out the stream 479 First, also on Facebook, X, YouTube, many other platforms, including KNWA.com. Here's a look at Heil Heating Cooling Mega Doppler, and look at this. This is wonderful. Now we need, obviously, the rain that we've needed so desperately over the last month. We don't need any more. We've had a lot of rain, but the problem is as we get into late next week, we'll probably be begging for rain again. Here's this thunderstorm complex that's moving through. Still some lightning approaching St. Paul. We do have a report, though, that came in. You see these pins right here, some brand new to our weather team that we launched not too long ago. We're continuing to beta test it. Here's a picture from @JRonack, and you can see Washington County. Look at that shelf cloud rolling in. That was 9 minutes ago. That was the exact location of that pin, and there we can bring that up full. So that's what I love, how interactive this is. You post the information, you give us the pictures, we can share them really fast, way better than Facebook Messenger, which takes forever to filter through. You can't bring them up full. You can't save the pictures. There's so many limitations with that, and the algorithms are trash. All right, let's go back to what we've got in terms of some of our cameras across the area. Here's our Huntsville WeatherBug Network camera, seeing that rain that's coming down. Cartwright Mountain from Lake Fort Smith looking off to the west. In fact, you can see our old radar dome at the bottom of your screen. There's a look at that storm and even some sunshine that's coming out. And finally, a lack of rainfall in the Gaither Mountain area. And that's from thunderstorms. Look at all the clouds, how low they are. That tells you have a saturated ground, 70 degrees, but then you still have temperatures that are in the upper 80s to lower 90s. And then finally, one more camera. This is Kisser FM, and the rain is coming into the River Valley, and that's going to cool things off as well, even at the regional airport, which is at 87. So officially, yes, tornado watch does go until 10 o'clock. Maybe that gets extended or it just expires, because right now we're not seeing a whole lot of storms. There are some storms that are popping up way to our west, but they will take a while to get here and keep in mind, we already had rain and thunderstorm activity, cloud cover. That cooled our temperatures aloft, even if models do show those storms coming in. There is one storm in particular we have to watch. It's this one that's diving southeast towards Joplin. That might clip our eastern weather coverage area. Keep in mind, though, the instability is kind of overworked, if you will. Here's some thunderstorms that are making their way east. Notice how those are curving southeast. Got to love this northwest flow as trying to track these cells and all sorts of different random and chaotic motions, including this cell that was moving southeast and then turned left, moving more easterly, tracking right across southern Washington County. I bet you someone in the Winslow area washed their car, detailed it, and then that storm made a beeline for them. Now, here's a future track overnight tonight. This is the best that it can do. It does have that cluster of storms to the west. This is actually a pretty good analysis, I think. Friday morning, notice not a whole lot of activity, maybe a few rumbles of thunder, occasional flashes of lightning. On the most part, it's just going to be some light rain. As we go throughout the day tomorrow, though, I think some thunderstorms could be popping up along another boundary. We still have the upper level support. Notice the storms that continue to develop Saturday morning into the afternoon. And so finally, by Saturday night, those rain chances will begin to drop off. Here's the 2-day forecast timeline. There's those rain chances kind of popping up here and there. Those will continue throughout Friday afternoon. And then on Saturday, we got a little bit of light rain possible. Now, why has it been so active? It's because the ridge of high pressure is to the southwest. We've got this southwesterly flow in basically the Four Corners region, but at the same time, we got northwest flow. It's bringing all those storms into the area. Now, we had the upper level support. That's what fired off those thunderstorms today. But notice that that energy is still way off to the west. So I think we're going to be done, honestly, with the storm activity. And then especially by the end of next week, we're going to be hot and humid. And look at that ridge of high pressure. This just means a really hot weather pattern, as hot as a firecracker for the 1st of July. And that's going to be great for outdoor activities, for camps, for picnics, for meteorologists trying to figure out these storm chances, which will be limited over the 4th of July holiday. Now, that, of course, could change. But if we look at the 6 to 10-day outlook, warmer than normal and drier than normal. So some heat and humidity coming back our way. Here's a look at the 7-day forecast. First 5 days, we've got cloud cover and storms. You know, we had storms this morning, Doug. I don't know. It didn't rain at your place, but it poured at mine in Fayetteville. We weren't even able to touch on that. Tuesday through Thursday, you got lower to middle 90s. And then the River Valley, we're looking at temperatures hovering in the upper 80s to lower 90s. And we're going to end this 7 o'clock weathercast with our pick of the day. And that was the storms this morning from Chris Rice. We'll be back with more news at 7 after the break. A 479 WX report of Taco Bell. I'm predicting we got a Taco Bell reciting here.
Given the location,
I'm
I think the chances are very likely.
I think there's a high risk of Baja Blast freezes.
Yeah,
Ready?
so
Here we
switch
go.
over.
Let's check it
Okay.
out. Mega Doppler.
See that?
Josh
A little bit
Rugger.
off.
Oh, what is the report there?
Severe outbound winds about to be experienced by the weather team from a multitude of Baja blasts. Very.
Oh, you gotta love Josh. Oh, it's so good.
They're like, oh, that team is coming.
There you
Prepare.
go. And then I'll run for the border after that. Okay. All right, guys. Well, that does it. Well, Leslie, Davion, you want to jump on in here? We're going to shut
Yes,
down this
sir.
live stream. I think we're done. One last look at that southern Madison County storm. What do you think? Any rotation with that? It does have a lot of lightning. Nah. Done. Oh, so funny. All right, guys. 479WX. Join it, add it. Also, there's a link to a beta test for the app. So the app is getting in development. It's not quite out on the App Store, but it's on test flight. So you can test it. You can let us know what you think. Ask the developers what you would like changed, what you don't like. All that stuff we'll take into account. So thank you so much. Have a great rest of your night. If storms threaten, we'll let you know about it. But until then, thank you for watching your Weather Authority team.